Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Hi. Let me get situated, and then we will get this show on the road, literally. Welcome back to Gearing Up. This is the podcast, the Everyday Carry podcast that anyone can listen to. I am your host, Greg, and this is an everyday commute episode. Oh, that's my wipers. So that means we're on the road. No April, just me solo, chitting and chatting, and, ready to start the day. It is Wednesday, January 22nd. It is 7:30 in the morning, and the commute begins. So, I've gotten a lot of good feedback the last few days about Monday's episode and the much better audio quality. I attribute that to the microphone. And I'm glad I spent $20 and not $63 because I was going to buy a much, much nicer one, but it was, I didn't want to spend $63. So I spent $20 on one, and I think it was 20, and apparently it sounds great. So let's keep going. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a good day. I did want to jump into a few things. The first being what's going on in the community right now. SHOT Show is happening. For those that don't know, SHOT Show is, it's like Blade, but I think for like more guns and firearms and stuff. But there's a lot of these knife companies show up there too. So like We Knives is there, and Gerber, and Benchmade, and Spyderco, and all of them. And I don't know, I think it's in Vegas. I can't remember. I don't know, it's not important where it's at. But anyways, SHOT Show's happening right now, and there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. There's a lot of really cool stuff being announced and showing off, and some of the things that I've seen that I'm really excited about personally. The Benchmade Mini Bug Out, or Bug Out Mini. I don't know what they're calling it officially, but I absolutely love the Bug Out. Great knife. I ended up getting rid of mine a little while back. It's just a little bit larger knife than I'd like to carry everyday wise. I love the ergos of it. I love how lightweight it was, all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, personally, I just don't have a use for that long of a blade. I mean, it was super slicey, it cut really well, and it was lightweight. The action on it was phenomenal, and they were really fun to customize, but again, it's just a little bit large for my liking. So I really think that the Mini is going to hit that sweet spot, and plus they've got it in like a white ivory FRN, which is going to look, it's going to look sweet. Very like Stormtrooper-esque, because I think it's got the DLC coated blade. So I'm excited to see the Mini Bug Out. I like smaller variations of knives, and I think that Benchmade has had a lot of luck with that. And it seems like they make a lot of minis, and they like the Mini Grip, the Mini Crooked River, the Mini Freak, or whatever it's called. I mean, there's a bunch of minis from Benchmade, and so I don't know. I think size-wise, it's going to hit that sweet spot, and I'm excited to check one out. The other knife that I'm really excited to check out, I mentioned the other day, is the Banter from. Eating some Pop-Tart. The most nutritional breakfast ever. It's literally like sugar cakes. What the hell were our parents thinking? Anyways, the Banter from We Knives. Ben, what's up? What is up, guys? Ben Blue. I don't know why his last name is escaping me. I just call him Ben Banters. That's his Instagram handle. But yeah, so he designed the knife, and I've just seen a lot more coverage of it. It looks really, really awesome. So looking forward to checking that one out. I don't have much else to say on it because it's everything I said. In the last episode, kind of carries over. It looks like it's going to be that great smaller blade size. I think it's 2.9. So I'm excited to check it out. Plus, it's just cool to see how Ben has stayed involved with the knife community, and even though he's no longer with Blade HQ, it's really cool to see him continue to chase that passion. So love seeing that, and I want to support him however I can. So I love his his knife poster and all of that stuff. But anyways, that's what I've seen at SHOT Show. If you've checked it out and you've been following along with whoever went, and you saw something that you like or are excited to check out, let me know. Holler at me in the comments or shoot me a DM and say, hey, I'm excited to check out this, and again, maybe okay, cool, I'll check that out, and it'll lead to me checking it out. Otherwise, man, there's really not a whole lot going on. For me, work's been good. Busy days coming up, but overall, pretty solid. It's a nasty, rainy day, and according to the forecast, it's going to be rainy a bunch of the day, so yay, gotta love that. Just means I can't sneak outside and take pictures or just enjoy some fresh air. It's just going to be nasty all day. But got a bunch of work done in the garage last night. Finished up a couple orders for some folks. I'm going to send those off today. And yeah, that's about it. What else? So baby's room is coming together. For those that care about life updates, I think this weekend we're going to tackle some IKEA furniture. We've got the dresser, and we've got one of those little organizational cubes. I don't know what you call it, to go in the closet. So it's gonna be a fun time putting all this stuff together. I'm looking forward to it, and I mean that in absolutely no way, shape, or form. I don't want to put it together. The last time I put something together from IKEA, I wanted to bash my brains out, because it's not difficult inherently. It's just you're just not sure, and unless you put furniture together regularly, you're kind of like, well, I'm not really sure, and you don't want to use the wrong screws and then have to take everything apart just to get those screws back, because it's usually a process. It builds, so you can't do step 10 before step 1. So if you do 1 through 10 and then realize you've screwed up, there's no quick undo, but there's no cut, copy, paste. You're kind of screwed. You just have to start over. Hopefully you learn from your mistakes, and now it's much easier, but it still happens, and that's never fun. Yeah. One thing I did want to mention for those that are still listening is I've had a couple people ask how to support the show, the channel, whatever, and that's sincerely that's flattering in every way, shape, and form. It's amazing to me that people want to support what I'm doing. I really love doing this. I do it for fun, but as I do more and upload more, the limitations of what I'm doing, I'm starting to meet those and then exceed those limitations. So as this thing grows and people continue, I mentioned it on my Instagram story yesterday, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit here and talk about why I did it. So I started a Patreon. For those that don't know, Patreon is I wouldn't say it's like Kickstarter. It's kind of like Kickstarter, where the idea is you can pledge monthly, sort of like a subscription, and a lot of folks will do different tiers. So there's buy me a cup of coffee, $2 a month, or get a personal Skype call with me once a month for whatever, and the idea is those little tiny amounts that they're, you won't notice them, but when a bunch of people get together and start doing it, It really adds up and it really helps. And it may not sound like much from the get-go, but honestly, like, I'm about to reach the cap on what I can upload for the paid tier that I'm on, which I'm paying for, like, no worries, whatever. But I'm about to have to jump to the next tier, so that's another expense that I'm to keep doing this, and I want to keep doing it, but at some point, like, I've got to start, weighing the benefits of doing everything I can for as little money as possible, or paying an extra couple bucks, and and again, it may not seem like much to you, but every little bit helps. So I made a Patreon. If you want to support, don't ever feel like you have to. By all means, if no money comes in, then great. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I know that people are listening because I get stats on not who's listening, but stats on how many people listen, and you guys comment, reply to my stories and all that stuff. So I know that there are people that listen. Does that mean you should feel obligated? Absolutely not. By all means, please don't. But if you can, if you want to, if you feel like you need to, there is a Patreon set up. I set up 3 tiers, and the idea is I don't want to ask for much, so the cheapest one's $2. The next one is $5, I think. Sorry, excuse me, it's early. And then the top tier is $10, and God forbid somebody actually put $10. I mean, that would be... No, please don't do that. But anyways, I want to give you guys a chance to contribute if you want to. If you don't, again, don't feel like you have to. The first tier is basically just, you'll just get a shout out. I'm going to shout you out here. I'm going to shout you out on my Instagram story to just thank you for your contributions and continuing to help. The next tier, you'll get, I think it's $5 a month, and you'll get all of that same stuff, plus some behind-the-scenes content, some videos, and I'm going to do some polls and some voting stuff through Patreon where you guys can kind of give some input, and so you'll have access to that stuff. And then the top tier, $10 a month, I think I'm going to do like a Discord or a Slack channel where there's just an open forum, like an open chat room where we can all kind of get together and chit-chat, and you guys can talk and ask questions and, throw out ideas or whatever. And again, none of that may be worth it to you, and that's fine. Don't feel obligated. But like I said, I'd had some folks reach out and ask about it, so it didn't cost me anything. It took me about 5 seconds to put everything together. So it's patreon.com/gearingup. Again, wait till the first of the month and do it, because I think it charges you like right away. I don't know. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, those that have asked or those that do sign up, or if you don't sign up. Again, I still appreciate it. It means a lot that anyone would even consider it, let alone just actually do it. That's huge to me. So thank you guys. Thank you for continuing to support and listen and comment and reply and follow and all of that stuff. It means more than you guys can imagine. Yeah. Oh, there goes my plate. Okay. This is why you don't drive with a plate on your dash. Dang it. Okay. Hopefully you guys heard that and that'll be funny. Otherwise, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. My plate slid across the dash. Yeah, so Patreon. I wanted to mention Patreon. Wanted to talk about SHOT Show. That's really all I've got right now. I'm working on organizing a few notes and putting a little bit more thought into these episodes and really grabbing some feedback from you guys on what you want to hear, what you want to talk about, and how, how you guys want these, because these episodes are shenanigans. This is not like, I don't spend near as much time on them. I just like doing them. I like talking, I like rambling, and especially in the mornings, I feel like it kind of gets me up for the day, and I've already let out. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. No, I feel like by the time I get to work, once I've done one of these, all this talking has kind of gotten out my grumpiness for the day. and I'm ready to be social because I feel like I'm talking to someone for 20 minutes on the way to work. And then obviously I get to work and I'm less of a grouch. So I think they're helpful for me, so I'm going to keep doing them. But yeah, if you guys have any input or you want me to talk about something specific, please, by all means, holler at me, let me know. If you guys have been following SHOT Show, definitely shoot me a comment or a message and just say, hey, what do you think about this or that or whatever. I'm always happy to look into whatever and share my opinions and all of that stuff, whether we agree or not. You know, I had someone, I can't remember who it was, that I posted the mini bug out on my story, and they're like, I just don't see the point. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's not broke. They didn't fix anything. They didn't drastically change it. It's everything you love about the bug out. It's just smaller. And again, to hit that smaller sweet spot for me, I mean, I'm gonna check one out. So there's a little bit of a market for it. Might not be the biggest market. I don't think that everybody that owns a bug out is going to run out and check it out, but anyone that's been kind of on the fence about the size will absolutely want to go check it out. So, you know, for what it's worth, I think it's a good idea. And again, it was nice to have someone message me and comment about, you know, hey, I don't know, this seems kind of silly to me, and we just kind of talked it out for a minute. We started sharing some opinions on other knives, and to me, that's what it's all about. So if you guys have thoughts or anything, definitely let me know, and we can talk them out. Yeah, otherwise, I'm not at work yet. I'm a couple minutes away still, but I'm running out of steam. No, I'm not running out of steam. I don't know what else to talk about. Anything exciting going on? What's going on in my life? That's it. I mean, other than the baby and I got a Civivi Elementum. Civivi? Yeah, Civivi, I think. I got an Elementum, and if you guys don't know what the Elementum is, it's a knife from them that's pretty budget friendly. It's like $50, $55, something like that. And I picked one up off a buddy that he had two and wanted to get rid of it. So I said, hey, I've been wanting to check one out. It's the gray G10 variant for now. I have some ideas in mind on what I want to do to kind of make it mine, but I wanted to check out the Elementum because I absolutely love its design. It's super simple. There's no flares. It's very straightforward. Did I say no flares? There's no flare. It's just I love, you open the blade and there's nothing on the blade. The steel, I actually found the marking where it's D2 steel. I found the D2 marking. It's actually tucked away on the flipper tab, which I thought was interesting. But the blade is completely blank. Thank God somebody finally started to listen and stop putting garbage on blades. Not that it's really that huge of a deal, but it's kind of annoying sometimes to see a giant billboard on your blade. So, super clean design, super balanced shape. I don't know if that's like the right terminology, but it reminds me of something like Ray Laconico would design, because it's very well balanced. It's not super stabby or pointy. It's I don't know what the word is, but it seems like a well balanced looking knife, if that makes sense. The action on it, I thought for sure it was on bearings the first time I flipped it. Super smooth, but I'm 99% sure it's on washers. They look like PB washers, but I could be wrong. But man, it's some really good action for something on washers, and that costs $50. So highly recommend checking out the Elementum if you're looking for a decent budget knife with some pretty simple design. I'm carrying it today. It's got a nice deep carry pocket clip, so none of that giant knife sticking out above the top, and it's a good size too. You again, going back to that idea of that kind of size, I really like the size of it. I like the design, all of that. So it's it may not be one I hang on to forever, but for the money, I'm impressed, and I like that I got one in hand, and I was able to check it out, because it really is. It's a nice knife for the money. So if you have a chance, check one out. I think you might like it. Or if you have one, let me know what you think. But anyways, I am pulling into my parking spot, and we are at work. So thank you guys again for joining me for another Everyday Commute episode. I will continue to do these. This will be uploaded shortly. So if you're listening to this on Wednesday, have a great Wednesday. If not, whenever, wherever you're listening to it, hope your day's great. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. Be sure to subscribe, follow, like, rate, comment, review. All of that stuff helps more than you guys know. So thank you so much. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.